All right, Sheriff, first of all, we appreciate you taking time out. We know it's been a very busy 24 hours for you. First, we want to start out. We see the former president thanked you on Truth Social for what he called your brave service. You told our Aaron Guy you spoke with Trump after the incident. Can you tell us how that went and just how he sounded on the phone?
Yeah, he called me last night. We talk often, and he said, I just wanted to call you, thank you and your men for doing a great job. You always work really well with the Secret Service, and I feel safe. And, then we just talked about some generalities. I've known him for 30 years, but the emphasis of his call was, he says, I just wanted to personally let you know how much I appreciate your effort and what everybody did.
And what would you say his tone was like?
Oh, it was good. Very upbeat.
Got it. And you spoke to the public last night talking about the evidence that was left there at the scene. Among that, the rifle scope and GoPro, also ceramic tiles. Just what, if anything, do you think that speaks to the suspect's intention? Do you think that played a part in the FBI coming to the conclusion it was what appeared to be an attempted assassination?
Well, I don't know how they classify things. I'm sure that the reason that he had the tiles, the large ceramic tiles inside the backpack, was probably to provide him some cover like body armor would be. And then the GoPro, he wanted to videotape what he was doing.
Right, and so with the FBI coming out and saying what appears to be an attempted assassination, that's what you're saying is it's up to their classification and their investigation. Is that correct?
That's correct. But it's pretty obvious that's what it was.
Right. Okay. And, we understand federal investigators, they're taking over the investigation. What can you and the public expect to learn from any briefings with the FBI or Secret Service? Some are scrutinizing the Secret Service for this happening a second time, but others are saying that, look, they caught the person. What is sort of your classification on how this played out in the Secret Service and how it did its work?
Well, look, one of the misconceptions from yesterday when I said that, he doesn't have the Secret Service protection at the level of a sitting president, that it was kind of taken out of context. I don't determine the level of protection. The Secret Service does. All I do is help them provide that level. And it was a pretty high level, without a doubt. In fact, we have presidential level protection at Mar-a-Lago as I speak. So, that's a large venue. Somebody said, well, how about surrounding the place? Well, it's a half a mile on each side of a square. You don't kind of like surround the place like that. And plus, that hedge and wood area, once somebody gets to that, they can move around freely. You'd never see them. But the system worked the way it was supposed to. The Secret Service provided what they should have on the course. The one guy that was ahead of the golf foursome there, his job was to make sure that everything was secure. And he did his job because he saw the rifle barrel sticking out the fence. And then when it was pointed at him, he immediately returned fire, which caused the guy to drop the gun and take off.